real, yo. A Mac.
Keep it real, yo. Whoa.
Customized board.
Like zonks. It's time for me to do the dishes. Wop, like wet ass P word?
No, like,
I like that she can say, like, he can say like a bunch of stuff, but he can't say like pussy.
it's because Ben Shapiro has an image. His image is boy genius, nerd, fucking conservative.
Super cock beta male.
Yeah, but he's like almost 40, so I don't fucking know how the fuck.
But he's not even genius, he's actually shit.
Yeah.
Look up.
Oh man, that was lame.
Ben Shapiro. Biden has screwed the pooch on COVID. Episode 1245. I know that it's just his podcast, but
Yeah.
it really does seem like this is the 1245th attack on Biden.
Which would be totally awesome and based.
Ben Shapiro reacts to disgusting race-baiting tweet. How was it? What was race-baiting about the Halloween thing? I didn't watch all of Vash's because he just starts talking about ableism, and you're like, shut the fuck up, that nobody gives a shit. Like, stop virtue signaling. I actually think mental health people are like people too, and you're like, okay, Vash, wow.
Stunning take, bud.
Yeah.
Are you the
He's
first
talking
one
like,
with it?
you guys don't even know, but like, mental health is like an important issue. It's like, yeah, I know that.
Is it how important is it, Bosch? Bosch, tell us.
Yeah, we can't understand mental health conditions, you know, by studying them, understanding them. No, we can't actually understand them. So you have to just sit back and let it happen. It's like the stupid thing on like race issues. Like, you don't know what it's like to be like
Cucked.
a black guy in, you know, like a cop patrolled neighborhood, and it's like, oh, does it feel like every day there's like a vice around your neck and the peering eyes of the authorities are constantly there to harass you? Wow, that's what it's like. How did you know? Oh, because I've heard it and I can actually sympathize because I have a human brain and I can actually draw patterns based on my experience. I know how feelings operate. So I'm like, oh, I know what those feelings are. I know what that feels
You mean
like.
empathy.
I'll put myself there.
Like a trait that's helped humanity get this far anyway?
Yeah.
You mean empathy? Empathy. That thing that's almost
That allows
like
me to
unique to
sympathize,
mammals,
yes.
specifically humans. Empathy?
Yeah.
Is that it,
So when you
Vosh?
say
Vosh,
white
is that
people
it?
can't comment. And it's like, yeah, I don't need to, like, to know that my mental faculties are slipping and to have that, like desperate grasp to reality and attempt to, and your body kind of loses control because you have no control of your actions. Yeah, I know what mental health problems are going to be like. How it's described, I can understand. Like, what are you talking about? The stupid thing, like, their experience is more than what you could ever know. No, it's actually not, because I can actually describe it, and then I'll get a picture of it, and then I can, like, put myself there, and I can go, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Like, no, see, like, here's how language works. Jeremy doesn't know what I'm going through. I say, Jeremy, here's what I'm going through. Now Jeremy knows what I'm going through, even though he's not ever having been through it himself. And then Jeremy can go, I don't want that to happen to me. What like steps can I do to help my friend here? It's called like empathy. Wow, crazy.
Wow, it allows you to sympathize with people, yes. But he's like, no, it's stupid. You can't. If you didn't directly live it, you can't commentate on it.
Well, then humans would be dead.
I mean, he
Not
doesn't
everyone
always
grows up
believe
a hunter. You know what I mean? Like.
That's not true. You actually can imagine. Don't even fucking say that. The descriptions and everything that you're given, you can imagine it. Can you have a one-to-one comparison? I don't think that's even possible with how human brains are actually wired for you to actually fully understand how any experience feels to someone else. But you can understand how they react to it, and you can understand the emotional states in which they're put in. What are you talking about? Yeah, sympathize. What's wrong with that? That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Boosh?
You use empathy to sympathize. It's what it's what, like, oh, this is the mechanism to get to this point. Like, you stupid. Hey, that's pretty hard, but I'm not gonna make any authoritative statements about how to fix or
like,
treat it.
what like,
Why even have
what like, I
psychologists or
don't get are these
psychologists do
like
anything?
Bosch stands who like think everything he says is correct. It's like no, like he's right.
Sometimes,
Say 70% of the time, 70-30 split.
yeah, he's a little bit too left, and he believes that his is the only thing. Because here's the thing: there is such a principle, and I know people don't like this, of sustainable capitalism. You can have capitalism, which looks to an end game to maximize profits exponentially, indefinitely. So they do things like use renewable energy and pay people more because they know if they pay the people more,
They'll stay.
their workers are more productive and they stay longer. So that is sustainable capitalism. But what you have right now is like crony,
like fake ass like treasury theft capitalism.
Yeah, where they're just like in Star Trek, there's Quark. Quark's like, what does it matter how much money you have in the future? It's all about short-term quarterly gains. And that's the mentality of modern capitalism. But sustainable capitalism, where you have currencies, you have hierarchies, but they're more empathetic and sympathetic to their workers and the plight of everything around them because that helps maintain their business for longer. Where they don't destroy everything, and then they're like king of shit mountain because there's nothing fucking left, right? They actually like make everything better because then that makes them better. By making everything better, they get better too. So it's not about maximizing profits, it's about maximizing the effectiveness of their profits for the longer term. But that's not what we argue. And I'm not saying that's a perfect solution, but I mean that's a solution that will fix all the problems that capitalism has. And it will make the CEOs less money, and that's what they're afraid of. They're just afraid of that. Like, I'll make less, but you'll make more in the future. See, you won't destroy your industry by overutilizing it and not replenishing anything, so then you'll just die.
Yeah.
Right? You'll be king of shit mountain with no resources. So, but, you know...
Well, people like Bosch take the position that capitalism is exploitation. And it's like, no, that's just determined economics. It's called moving materials from one place to another, and that does happen to poorer countries because they have no means to stop it, either corporately, or economically, or even militarily. They have no means to stop the exploitation. If they did, it would still be called exploitation in the fucking terms, but the connotation wouldn't be as negative.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the idea of propaganda.
Yeah.
People are like, oh my god, that's propaganda. Technically, anytime you produce anything to have a positive spin towards a position is propaganda. You're trying to propagate it. Like, that's where the root word comes from. That's what it means. You can have, like, brainwashing, fucking straw man propaganda, but you can also have just refunded, you know, like, supported ideas being propagated. That's it. Like, we want teachers to be paid more, and like you see, and then you see,
that's like propaganda. Fuck off, Jay.
Yeah, it's like so stupid. It's fucking whatever. But ableism is the stupidest thing ever. I will say things like call people stupid, retarded, and all that kind of stuff, but not because I don't like mentally ill people, and I don't even think mentally ill people are bad. I think
I do.
Just like someone who has
Gross.
like cancer, they have something which is affecting them negatively, which is not their fault, right? Even if they take hard drugs, which will then expedite schizophrenia in some circles, like my cousin and what can happen to me. I think I have the ability to get schizophrenia if I do hard drugs or anything like that. So I don't do any of that stuff.
Consciousness altering substance gives you a higher chance of it.
Yeah, I'm more genetically disposed to having it. So there's that issue, and I recognize that. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, he did drugs and he got schizophrenia. All right, well that's his fucking problem. I'm like, no, he needs help. It doesn't matter the mistakes he made. What are we? Everyone's fucking perfect. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care. So even if I do call people retarded, doesn't mean that I hate retards. People who have some sort of cognitive dysfunction during their adolescence or whenever they have it that stops their mental growth. I don't think those people are less human necessarily. They're just less intellectually capable. So fucking what? We don't put value on people just
I don't think that
when
they're
they
less
have
human. I
high
think
IQ.
that they're less human.
No, I'm saying the only thing that is different between me and them is the condition in which they have, which separates
The only
them
thing
from me.
that's different from me and that fucking tard over there is that he's less human than me.
not what I said, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, so I don't believe in the argument of ableism. What you do is, when you say someone who is fully capable has these conditions that they don't have, which would put them in a state of lower intelligence, you're calling them less intelligent. That's the idea. It's an insult. It's meant to insult them, right? You're like, oh, but that insults them. No, you see, because I wouldn't call a retarded person retarded.
I'd call
like
you retarded because you're not retarded. See, these are insults. I'm trying to make you feel bad with words.
Like when someone's gay and you say you're just pretending, you're just faking it, like for attention, you're not really gay, that would really hurt their feelings. I'm trying to insult them.
Want them to feel bad with words?
In the same way that someone's like, I love pussy, I'm like, nah, dude, you'd ride a dick if there was a dick in front of you. And he'd be like, fuck off. That's not me saying riding a dick is bad. I'm attacking that guy. I'm attacking his sensibility.
I'm attacking his identity, basically. It's like, yeah, it's like, fuck you and everything you are. Fuck your identity. Here, faggot, go suck a dick.
Yeah, but it's not about I hate gays. But nobody cares about that. They're like, no, you can't do that because then it makes a negative connotation. One, it's not my fucking job to make connotations positive or negative. What I know is that people are very sensitive about their sexuality, right? Whether or not they're gay, straight, or bi, right? And to say that they are the other of what they are makes them upset. Now, it doesn't upset me because I don't give a shit. But
fuck what you said, bro.
Yeah, if it's like you like riding a dick, it's like, yeah, what's wrong with that? And he's like, damn, my insult has been completely disarmed. It doesn't even matter if that's true or not. It really doesn't matter. I don't let people insult me with shitty things like that. You have to insult me with something where that's true. Then I'll probably be upset. But not like that. That's not going to fucking affect me at all. Like, what the fuck does it matter? But fucking Vosh, dude. Directly empathetic. See, I know. So now it's like a different level of being able to help. I have to sit on the sidelines when like a Down syndrome person goes, you don't know what it's like to be with Downs. Okay, well, I'm just going to hands off this whole approach and not make anything to help it or make your life better because I don't know what your life's like. Bullshit. It's stupid. We have scientific evidence to suggest what these conditions are and the best ways to treat them. Right? We have these. We just need to follow the handbook, as it were. What's so wrong with that? What's so wrong with not having direct experience but still being able to help? Like, I've never been accosted by the police. That doesn't mean I don't know how to stop police, like, what would you call it? Exploitation? Not exploitation. You've got that word stuck in my fucking head.
Police profiling or whatever?
Yeah, when they use their power, like, egregiously. That word, that phrase. The abuse of power.
Brutality?
Right? Yeah, also brutality. But I mean, like, they overstep what their power should allow them to do because there's no check on them. So they can just like do whatever. They can fucking Chauvin. Remember, Chauvin probably only got convicted because there were cops that came out against him. If cops didn't come out against him and they came out for him, guarantee, even with that video, found not guilty. Unless I was there. Then it would be a hung jury and I would be kicked off to the jury selection probably for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't give a shit.
He fucking did it.
Got killed him. I don't give a shit if his grandma comes with video evidence of him feeding homeless people. In that moment, he wasn't feeding homeless people. He was spearing a man to the ground with his fucking neck. I don't care that he's white, he's black. These racial issues don't fucking matter to me. The fact is, he speared, neck, dead, crushed larynx, dead man on ground. Don't care about the fentanyl or anything. I wouldn't even care if the people said, yeah, he was already dying of overdose of fentanyl. But him just like expedient. I don't give a shit. You can't fucking knee someone on the ground for 9 straight fucking minutes on their neck. We know human beings need oxygen. Why are you doing that? It won't restrain him any better because the best way to hold a body down is from the middle of the back. And we know that if you get right between the shoulder blades, you just put an elbow right there, they can't fucking move. You have no ability to do anything, especially when your hands are behind you and your legs are held. You have no power. Why do you need to go for the neck? Brutality. It was explicitly a show of strength and power.
And dominance and all that shit.
Yeah, so fuck that police officer for doing that. And his brutal display of dominance over a not old, but middle-aged black man in the middle of a fucking street while handcuffed is really disgusting, and he should be put away for life because that's torturous before murder. And that's way worse than the guy just getting mad at someone in a Taco Bell drive-thru and shooting him to death, in my opinion. So fuck all that bullshit. I don't give a fuck.